All right, everybody, here we go. I got a big reveal for you. You guys remember from the last one, the piece of junk I bought that fell apart on the road? Well, here we go. Here's another one. Just a basic box on wheels like the other one. A little bit more room, a couple of more features, and a couple of things that are missing. Has no solar. The other one I had 100-watt solar, but I chose not to get it on this one because I want to build my own. I can fit two 190s up there and put my solar charge controller, MPPT, and batteries and everything in the front cubbies inside. It's got a little pan in the front, which will be just about perfect for putting some odds and ends, including a diesel heater. This frame is 3/16 channel iron. It is bolt together, but it's engineered and all bolts are secured. I brought it home from Nebraska. So it's got 7 times more miles than my previous model that had 100 miles on it and fell apart on the road. I did get 3 accessories on this. The roof rack, which I'll need for the solar. You see the little steps. I got one in front of the fender and one behind the fender, and that's on both sides because these are not load-bearing fenders, and I need some way to stand up and clean solar panels when I get them on. I got the T-Rex jacks. They're 2,500 pounds. I got one on each side. I chose to mount them on the side instead of the rear. That'll help a little bit with the brake, with the departure angle on the back of the trailer. Not a whole lot, but instead of having the foot here, I've moved it in about a foot, 14 inches. That'll help with departure when I get out in the woods. You notice this one has a 3rd window in the back. I really like that. Windows on each side, doors on each side. I would have liked to have had the screen windows on the doors, not necessarily the screen doors. It would have been a nice feature, and I can upgrade that in the future if I want, but I've got windows right there. So pretty nice. Street tires, which I'll get rid of those and put a little bit more aggressive tires on, but I am limited to 205 75 15s. It's a 2,500 pound axle, and I don't want to go bigger rims and bigger tires. First of all, I'd have to relocate the fenders, and the axle is not engineered for it, so I'll just get something a little bit more aggressive, an all-terrain or a mud terrain tire on there, but I am gonna stick to the same size that's on there so I don't mess up anything. Trailers, I crawled all over it when I got home. The trailer's engineered very well. The angle iron, it's not like a Harbor Freight trailer that they just got a iron worker and broke the iron sheet metal into a trailer. This is actually 3/16. You can see how thick the angle iron is. Everything's grade 3 fasteners. So 1/2 inch bolt, grade 3, you're looking at 15 to 18,000 PSI shear strength. I'm not going to do the Baja 1000. I want to be up in the National Forest going slow because I'm old. I'm really excited about this trailer. It towed fantastic all the way from Hastings, Nebraska to here in Sweetgrass County. So I'm real pleased with that. Let me get back and get a wider shot. I did go get it and bring it home with my wife's Trailhawk. It gets significantly better mileage than my Fiat Wrangler that I got here. If you'll notice when I walk by, it's still running. Even though I'm under warranty, I can't turn it off or it won't start. It's got electrical problems, but that's a topic for another video. So let's take a look inside real quick. I just threw a cot in there for now. I didn't get a mattress or anything, but you can tell it's quite a bit bigger than the previous camper I had. The cubbies in the front are very similar to the other camper, but they're not quite as high here, but it'll be real easy. I can put two 12.8 volt 50 amp hour lithium iron phosphate batteries hooked up in series. Will give me 100 amp hours, and they're only the ones I'm looking at are 6.9 inches tall. This has 9 inches, so I'll be able to put those two in there very easy. They'll fit through here. I measured, this is 5 7/8 inches, and the batteries I'm looking at are 5.19, so I can slide them in, tilt it up, mount them. And then over here where I got that little light, I put my MPPT and an inverter and have it good to go. I'll put some USB and some outlets there. And I do want to get a pad or something on the floor before I get a mattress. But in the back, I've got a ton of storage. I got the vertical shelves on each side of the window. I really like that. 6-speed fan, 3 forward, 3 reverse. And I like the way everything's wired in because I can make changes as I see fit. If I decide to put the batteries back there, take out a few P-clamps, run the cable to the back, I'm good to go. I will add a couple of LED lights in here, and I'll have a little switch panel here that I can run the lights off of. I think I'll put 2 in, and then it'll be real easy to mount porch lights, 12-volt LED porch lights, 1 on each side. I might even go 4. Put 1 on each side, mount one probably right here on each side, little LED floodlights. I'd like to put one on the back somewhere, maybe above the window or off to the side. We'll see how that goes. And then one in the front. If I get time this winter, I do want to install a diesel heater. What I'm thinking about doing is mounting a molly panel right here, a metal molly panel, and a hookup setup on a Pelican contained diesel heater. It won't travel there. That'll only be for when I get the camper set up where I want to go. I can hang the heater up there. I'll put some inlet vents, 1 on each corner, and it'll be an easy 30-second setup. And when I'm getting ready to roll up at the end of whatever I'm doing camping, all I have to do is pull the hoses off, put the caps on the inlets, take the heater off, and stow it properly, and be good to go. And then I don't have to worry about stressing the plywood underneath the aluminum wrap. I do like the wrap. I like the topographical pattern on it. Looks pretty good, I think. My wife and I were talking about maybe putting the heater, mounting the heater on there, one of the Pelican case diesel heaters. But if I do that, unlike the other trailer I had, this one, I can actually open the tailgate all the way. The other trailer I had a big box on it, and I would hit the box if I tried to open it up when I was in the driveway. So I don't think I want to mount a box or a heater there. This one isn't any longer from the front of the trailer to the bumper. The tongue length's about the same, which is very short, which I love, because the shorter the tongue is, the better breakover angle I have between my rear axle and the axle on the trailer. I plan on taking it on some pretty good trails, 1 through 5, 3.5 skill level, nothing too bad. Like I said, I'm not taking it to Moab or the Baja 1000, but that'll be good to go. So I have access here. I can take my tailgate table down, set up all my electronics without unhitching. If I do want to cruise around in the Fiat, I can drop the tongue, the front wheel, unhook it, level it out. Like I said, I got the nice leveling jacks in the back, unhook it, and I can take off with the Jeep. So I really like it. It's really a nice little trailer so far. I can't evaluate the whole trailer overall yet until I've had it out. Like I said, I've only had it home a couple of days. You can see it's still filthy from the road trip. They had it all washed and ready to go when I went to pick it up, and took 2 days to get home. Interstate 25 and Interstate 90 in Wyoming were closed that night. I left Hastings about 10 in the morning. By the time I got to Wyoming, the wind was so bad they had the interstates closed down. So I ended up staying the night, and I got in a snowstorm and lots of rain. So it's kind of dirty, and I haven't had time to wash it yet, or wash the Jeep. But just thought I'd give you guys a nice walk around. I'm pretty excited to have it. I think it's really going to get things moving forward. I'm glad. I'm going to do some winter testing with it. I did stay in it one night in the driveway. Had borrowed my wife's Mr. Buddy heater, and you guys know how those propane heaters have so much condensation. I didn't really like that, so I've been researching diesel heaters for about 6 months. But I did want to stay in it because I feel like a 10-year-old kid when I got it home. So alright, so that's just a quick introduction to my new trailer. I hope you guys like it. If you get a chance and you feel so inclined, feel free to subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell, and we'll start picking up where we left off several months ago when the whole world came apart with the wheel and everything falling off. I'll slide a picture in here at the end of the trailer just in case you missed it on the previous video. So I'm going to wrap this up. Like I said, just a real short reveal. I'd call it an unboxing, but it's already a box on wheels, as my wife calls it. So here's my setup. Looks pretty good. I like it. Like I said, I'll slide a picture in there of the previous setup and let you know. I'll let you know here in a couple videos how I like it. I'm going to start doing some evaluation, doing some modifications, just simple bolt-on mods, ones that I'm not going to have to sit down and do any math over to engineer. I see a lot of people get little trailers like that, and they get a drill index, a bunch of nuts and bolts and a sawzall, and they start modifying it, not taking into account your moment connections, the engineering that's gone into trailers like this. So just a quick word of advice: if you guys do get a small economical trailer like this, don't start butchering on it. Get a hold of the manufacturer. If you have a plan, talk to them. They're very responsive and very helpful. So far, I've been very impressed with the people at Outbound Trailers in Hastings, Nebraska. We'll see how it goes. Thank you for watching the video and for joining us. Here's a real quick sunset going on here in south central Montana. And I'm going to wrap this up. So you guys have a great day, a great evening, and like I said, please subscribe and support the channel. I'd really appreciate it. So I'm gonna head on out of here. Take care, and this old man is gone.